Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Jocelyn Lovely. So good to see you guys here today. I'm excited to be here with you guys. I have a lot. Um, just a. It's a great day. It's a great Friday. This reading today is for my beautiful Virgos. I just wanted to say this reading was. It took me a bit. Okay, usually it doesn't take me that long, but there was something about it very intriguing, very scary. Something really scary about this reading, which is why it took me aback a little bit, and then I had to clarify, and then it was the same cards, different decks, same cards. So it got to the point where it was getting to like a mirroring effect. I don't know if you guys ever felt that, like you've gotten so far along your journey that it starts, everything's being reflected, magnified times like 10, and then it's like you're able to learn lessons better or understand justice or like karmic lessons even more because of that energy that you put yourself in. All right, let's dive deep into this. For my Virgos, if you guys resonate with the reading, like, share, and subscribe. If you guys, for whatever reason, aren't a Virgo, but you were drawn to this, hopefully you enjoy it. Like, share, and subscribe, okay? All right, this might take a bit, okay? This reading might take a while. All right, we start off with great energy. We start off with the 10 of Pentacles, right? It's you at your 10. It took a lot of us years to get here, okay? This was not overnight. This took maybe a decade, right? 10, a decade to get to the 10. Now 10 is the height of your career, the height of your investments, the height of of learning, right? It's learning. It's like everything you learn, you're going to be able to use it, utilize it, and use it to your advantage, right? In the future. And in turn, you can also teach people how to do this, right? How to get to this 10 by living as an example. And this is you at the 10, right? But I want you to see it as a mirroring effect, because as above, so below. Then it's crazy because you go with that to the Page of Cups and the Queen of Swords. It was this way. The thing about it is it didn't seem like the same person. Yeah, it's the same energy, the same background, but it seemed more like it was somebody watching you incognito. And then I was paying attention to the feathers. It's almost as if the divine is leaving you clues that they're there watching you intently. Or I don't know if you've been having this eerie feeling of somebody watching you, but it doesn't, not a physical person. This is almost as if like something spiritual is going on. Somebody's protecting you. It's like you're heavily protected on the spiritual realm, right? And if you take a look at this Queen of Swords, right? Look at her eye. This intensity. It's almost as if she's inviting you into this transformation with the butterflies. And again, I don't know, I was talking about this earlier when I was going through meditation. I was sensing myself like the back was, it almost seems like you were gaining wings. Sounds so corny. I hate saying that, but it almost seems like you were gaining wings in my meditation. I did mention this in that other reading. It's a little weird, a little corny, right? But hey, whatever you're meditating or whatever you're downloading, the whole significance of it is transformation, right? You gain your wings when you've had so much experience, or you've gone through a whole bunch of trials and you've survived. What's crazy next is that you had the Ace of Pentacles, right? But it's an ace. It's the same thing. It's a mirroring effect, right? I needed to clarify this. I'm going to show you why. It's a mirroring effect. Two sides of a coin. Then you get the Ace of Wands. Dude, you had the four aces, okay? It's a whole new beginning. You had the Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords, and the freaking Ace of Cups. Four new beginnings. Like that's it. And maybe that's why I was getting like this. It's almost as if the divine is intently watching you at this moment, like they're on pause. It almost seems like they're so enthusiastic for you, and you don't even realize how enthusiastic they are for you. They're literally sitting there watching you with eyes so peered open. And I kept thinking, why are they watching you that intently? Why do they want me to know that the divine is watching you that intently? But then you get the mirroring effect, because when I asked for clarification, bro, you can't make this up. It's the same message over again. The Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups, but it came out as it came out, right? And then I got worried, because I'm like, okay, 4 new aces means a whole new experience that's about to happen for you. And you don't even realize the magnitude of how big this shift is, this transformation that you just went through, this healing phase that you went through. It's so big, because it's almost as if it's saying lesson learned. You're at the 10, right? With whole 4 new aces. It's the invitation. It's like you're here. It's here now, right? And I think that's why the divine is watching you, right? Because look, I get the same thing. Although it's an empress, look at the intentionality of this character, right? And then it's like intuitive downloads that you're receiving with the purple spirituality, right? It's almost as if like, it's almost as if they're saying it's time for you to see us, or see the intentionality of why you're here in life, what your purpose is, or why you even went through what you went through. It's kind of them saying like, see it through our eyes. Maybe that's something that they're saying here. It's so eerie, man. This type of reading is like 4D, 5D. So it's like I'm trying to step outside of myself and see it for what it is, or see it from a higher perspective. It's crazy. I haven't gotten a reading like this in a while, so it's a little eerie. King of Swords energy, right? You go from the Queen to the King. Upgrade, right? But look, it's almost as if you're not even realizing the magnitude of the change that is taking place. This is like okay, think of it this way. Your whole life, you've went through these karmic lessons, right? And you've been working so hard to heal from these lessons, right? It's almost as if these lessons have been repeated through your family, through your grandparents, your parents, right? Your siblings, and then your siblings' children's, or your children. It's almost as if this is how the karmic lesson or justice has been going on through the lineage. And it's almost as if you're on the precipice of changing that. It's like 1 more, 2 more things that you need to tweak in order for you to heal. And it's almost like it's saying, you're done. You're done. You learned the lesson. And so therefore, this new beginning that you're starting at, it's a big difference. It's a whole different beginning, because you changed the past. You changed the lineage, like the way the lineage was going. You changed the path. It's like, for example, right? Your whole family was living in alcoholism. It's spread down through your family, right? Or diabetes or something like that, right? You guys have been going through a lineage of addictions, and it's almost as if because you healed the addiction, or you did enough healing from it, you changed the trajectory of the lineage and the way it was going. It's like you shifted it. So now you're in a whole new dimension, and everything your lineage experienced, your kids won't. Or your future generation of children or nieces or whatever, they will not experience that, because you changed it. You changed the course of the timeline. So it's almost as if that's why your guys are sitting there intently watching, because they see you changed history. You changed it. So whenever your guides come and they reincarnate here, it's changed. It's done. They will never experience the karmic retributions that the past lineages made, the past mistakes. The karmic debt is paid. There you go. There you go. Right? Because just as your guides were watching you, you're also being watched, right? The angel of death is watching you. It's almost as if some part of you in this 3rd dimension died, which is why the significance of this reading was so big. It was so magnified. It was scaring me. Some part of you dies. The karmic debt dies here through you. And so now, if you ever reincarnate, it's never going to be this difficult. It's going to be easier. It won't be this. It won't be this whatever shit you were battling your whole life and your lineage was battling. It won't be that. It would be a whole new beginning. This is something to be excited about. Maybe you, and that's the thing. It's like, I don't think you realize the magnitude of it. You're just sitting there like, well, it's just, we did healing. It's like because you were recovering from the healing, you didn't realize, like, from a higher perspective, right? It's really putting logic into thought. Your kids will never be suffering the way you did. That is like the reason why you incarnate here, to clear your karmic debt. And because you did that, your guys are literally like, oh my God, you did something we all wish we could have done. We sent you sent yourself here, right? You sent yourself here, or whoever nominated you to come in and become born here. The intention was to clear this karmic debt, and you did. Therefore, anything you create from now on, or anything you move forward to from there on, will be a whole different experience. It's a whole new level. Yeah. I had a lot of purple with red. A lot of purple, like the lavender colors with the red. Lavender and red is almost like masculine and feminine energy. Like, I'm seeing two mirroring effect of everything is being shown here for a reason. It's almost as if it's saying you got to see yourself from the highest version of yourself and your potential. You got to see that part of you, like the part of you that hopes and prays for better, the part of you that kept going when the times got tough. You kept moving forward, and you kept picking yourself up and kept fighting to win, to change, to heal. And then you got to see the darkest versions of yourself, the parts of you that caused a lot of pain in others and pain within yourself, and you healed it. And it's almost as if this life, this is exactly why everything's heightened times like 10. Because you literally, from the darkest parts of yourself, you experienced karma through that. And then you understood, okay, if I cheated on somebody cheated on me back. And it's almost as if you didn't want to shift the blame on them. It's almost as if the source had to make you understand, this is why, this is how you made somebody feel. And then you were able to forgive yourself and forgive them. For whatever reason, if somebody cheated on you back, right? It's almost as if like you fixed everything just by you doing that, right? Since you saw yourself at your darkest and who you are and the things that you don't like about yourself, you're healing them and you're clearing them out. And then you have your other side, the mirroring effect, the highest version of yourself. Because they're so balanced, you get the 4 aces, a whole new opportunity. Then comes the 2 of, yeah. See, this is what I wanted to show you, right? The 2 sides of everything. 2 sides of everything, right? It's balance. There's balance here, right? You got an empress and an emperor. When I said what is the message here? What is the advice? Got the emperor intently being watched. But it's 2 sides of yourself, right? The shadowy aspect, the feminine energy, the masculine, confident, foundation building energy. It's you're so balanced, which is why you're ready for this new experience. And then you had justice. What did I say about the contract? You can scratch it off. The contract was fulfilled. The contract was fulfilled. You balanced every area of your life. You balanced the past. You balanced it out. So now, you don't understand, man. This is why I keep repeating it, right? You changed the course of your own lineage, man. This is fucking crazy. It's insane. People, you have to understand, right? How many people incarnate in this world through their lineages, and they have contracts to fulfill. And 9 times out of 10, they don't fulfill everything in that contract. They just can't. Especially if you're coming from a family that's completely, like, let's say somebody in your family sold their soul to the devil. They didn't live out their promises. They didn't live out their potential. And it kept going like that, like for 10 years, 10, 20, 10, 20 people that came into that lineage. And it was the same outcome, same outcome. They just couldn't heal that version of themselves. They could not heal at that moment. You did that. So you need to understand from a higher, maybe you don't understand it now, but in 3, 4, 5 months, you probably will understand it when you realize that you no longer carry that baggage with you, right? And oof. Just as I said, you get, but I wasn't getting from the devil. It's almost as if this is two versions of you, right? I'm not even so focused on this. I'm focused on the two versions of you. The exact mirror. You see yourself at your lowest and your highest, and it's like you understand. You understand your journey. You understand why you had to go through this. You understand the sacrifice it took to get here. Maybe that's why you're a little. The sacrifice was so great. Maybe that's why you're stumbling out of it, still not at 100% capacity. And maybe that's why you don't understand why you're being celebrated by your guys or higher self. There's full celebration because you're about to integrate, or you're already doing it. You're integrating at the highest level. You're operating at the highest level. You've ascended from the lowest depths, and you're fully yourself into this new chapter. I think you need to give yourself a little more credit here. I mean, this is a very spiritual reading. Scary too, because there's a lot that goes on into this. There's a lot that goes into this. I'm so sorry. Into this plan, right? Because your guides are invested, your higher self's invested, your shadow is afraid, but in some way it is invested, and then you got your demons, right? And then the devil's invested too, right? They're all invested. They're all watching you to see what you're going to do next, and it's like what you did was unbelievable. You made friends, you made peace with your devil and your higher self. You made peace with all of that, and it's just crazy to me. It's almost as if like you were always meant to be a very powerful person. Whatever life you chose, right? Whatever you chose, whether that's to be an allegiance to God or a priestess to the devil, it didn't even matter. You were always going to be a powerful person. And when you die, you are going to, go back and take so much with you. But you need to celebrate. You need take yourself out. Take yourself out for like, I don't know, a day. Go get a massage, go to the lake, or go do something, go sit outside and really meditate. And I want you to really put yourself outside of like what you need to step back and really look at everything you did. The sacrifice for your lineage, for the betterment of yourself and them, right? Because when you decided to come here, you awoke. When you woke up, it was considered from there on a mutual partnership. It was a mutual partnership between you and God, right? And your guides, and they wanted you to grow with them. They couldn't do it for you. Remember those nights that you used to pray and you used to cry, like, why is this so difficult? Help me, save me, save me, save me. In turn, what they were teaching you was to be self-sufficient and to be stronger. They were teaching you to save yourself. And I feel like you finally understood that lesson. You finally understood the only one that can save you is you. Yes, Source will protect you, and at the end of the day, everything will be taken care of. But as long as you keep doing what you're doing, that's why you're going to keep getting taken care of, right? You're still going to be guided towards goodness, but it is a beneficial mutual partnership between you and your guides and higher self, because they understand that work needs to get done here, and you were the only one that could do it. But think about it. Look at everything that they had to do. The right towers had to come along for you to learn these lessons. The right people, places, and things, the right mirroring effect had to take place. The right jobs had to take place. The right friends had to take place. The right marriages had to take place. And when I mean right, it's the ones that are going to help you learn the lessons you needed to learn at that stage of your life. And you learn those lessons. They were painful and you cried, but you learned from them. It's an invaluable, it's the value of this experience. You can't put a price on it. You can't. Because it's all the data that you recorded that you're going to take with you. But this was a mutual investment between the both of you. I just want you to understand that. And it's going to keep being a mutual investment between you and Source. You and the demons, your demons, right? It will always be a mutual investment between the both of them, right? Because you understand this from a higher perspective. And because you claimed every part of yourself, right? Your inner child, every aspect of yourself, the teenager side, because you've done that, you can move on to bigger and greater things. But what I'm saying is, man, with all of this knowledge and the Akashic records that you've received and integrated and made peace with, you're going to be doing something huge, okay? Like this next stage, it's going to be huge. You're going to be teaching others how to do stuff like this. All of the knowledge that you gain and learn will be used. It'll be utilized for this next stage. You're going to be helping thousands of people. You're not even going to know like how far your wisdom is going to touch people. Like you don't even understand. I don't mean to put pressure on you, but I don't think you comprehend how far and wide or how difficult the journey was, because that's how many people you're going to impact. Right? Like, if you didn't really struggle or suffer, who's going to give a shit about your story like that? I'm not trying to be petty, but it's kind of true. People only are surprised by the strongest situations, the strongest trials. The wisdom you're going to impact on others, like, it's fucking huge. And I don't think it's huge. It's huge. But just know that your guides, I think you're also understanding like the significance your guides had in this process, because you understand all the things they had to do to get you to where you're at. All the things that had to happen in the background, the timing, when you were sleeping, all of the healing that was taking place, all of the memories that were coming up, all the times you were protected, that there were certain things you couldn't know at the time because they knew that it wasn't going to help you heal fast enough or fast. It wasn't going to help you at the time. They knew what not to give you and what to give you. They knew exactly what you were able to handle, what you weren't. It doesn't justify the difficulty of your path, but maybe in 5 years when you look back, in 5 years when you're able to help so many people, like the change you're going to create, the impact you're going to create, it's going to make sense. Right? It makes some sense now. It was still painful, but in 5 years from now, it's totally going to make sense. So I don't know if at this point, there's nothing else I can say. All right, Virgo, this reading was intent, man. Whoever you are, man, you're about to change lives. I don't think you understand, but hey, let me know if you're already there, if you're on the path and you're grateful, and if you just want to share your experience, by all means, leave a comment down below. I love you guys. Bye.